Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They're doing their well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the members of the elect. The elected one third. Shalom. This is your brother Dawadah from the GMS Detroit camp coming at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim HaKodash. And today I want to do a video going on this comment left underneath the elder Manatazak Ba''s channel. The title of this video, alright, that the elder did is entitled "To Brothers and Sisters Vexed by Demons." And this sister left a comment, roughly paraphrasing, which you can obviously check out the video. The link is on this channel. Or the link to the video, or rather the video itself is posted on this channel, GMS South Carolina 08. If I remember, I'll put the link in the description box below. Otherwise, just type it in and you'll find it. But anyways, I'll leave the screen like this so you can see the first half of the comment. And basically, roughly paraphrasing, she's saying that, through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, she's in the faith, and basically she has demons attacking her quite frequently. And she says that she prays in the names and that, she has sage that she burns, different things like that she does. But she says she still faces what Esau calls a sleep paralysis, which is nothing more than demons, all right? Demons giving us a hard time, all right? And she also mentions how her husband is not in the faith, and yet, anytime he's over, because they live separately, and she says anytime he comes over, she notices that he sleeps very soundly, but meanwhile, she's plagued by demons, And she says that she's wary of, anyone that comes in her house, and she doesn't just let anybody in, And like I said, you could always either check out the elder's video, which is extremely edifying, because he brings up some wise words from different brothers and elders in this thing, all right, that commented and, added their spiritual advice to the sister. So she should see either this video or the elder's video. Either way, she'll still be edified because many different brothers added on to the different points that were made, basically exhorting her to basically keep in this thing. And when I heard this video, which once again, you could either go to the elder's channel to check out the whole comment, or you could just pause this video and physically read, what's on the screen before you. This is her comment. And when I heard this video by the elder Manatazak this morning, the first thing I kept saying as the elder was reading her comment aloud, and I was listening to it, the first thing that kept coming to mind is, it sucks, but we got to go through this. It sucks, but ultimately, she may just have to just go through it. That could be her form of affliction, her form of hell that she has to deal with. And it sucks to hear that. It sucks that there's no easy solution. There ain't no, thing that you can buy or no thing that you can say that can remove adversity from your life. Of course, there's things that you can do to aid and help, get through it. Like there's different herbs that you can take, different foods that you can eat, that'll help you sleep better. There's different things that you can burn, like sage that, helps with the negative spirits. Incense helps as well. And there's different music you can listen to, like harp music. Like King David, he played the harp, which removed the demon off of Saul. And sometimes that's what I would do. I will do, not would do, will do. And if she should so see this video, this is another video that should, help to comfort you and give you some advice. Anytime I can't sleep, because sometimes, I deal with sometimes sleep paralysis, which is nothing more than a demon. But even more than that, oftentimes I face the insomnia demon, which is one of the most vexating demons ever. Insomnia demon, basically you can't sleep. Even though you're tired, you can't sleep. It's madness. Sometimes it'll reach the point where I'll wake up and I just can't go back to sleep. But meanwhile, I have something important to do in the morning, and then it just screws up my plans for the whole day just because I can't go back to sleep. And it happens here and there. It happens in spurts. The insomnia demon. But some things that help to sleep better, because sometimes I have trouble with that. You go on YouTube and you type in, let's say, like live harp concert. There's one really really good one that I love to hear. I think around like the 20 or 30 minute mark, you hear a lady playing the harp, and then there'll be a guy with the flute, and I think there's another guy with, I think, like a violin, if I'm not mistaken. And I listen to that, and it's just it's beautiful, and it's live too. It's not that garbage, because a lot of times you'll type in like harp music or piano music on YouTube, but it's nothing more than just things computed together on a computer. It's not real music. When you listen to those live concerts, you get real music. You actually hear real string instruments, not some garbage that they put together on a computer. There is a difference. Okay? Like back in the day, you had real music where you actually had a real band. They call it a live band. They'll perform on stage, and you can tell the music has a better sound to it, better ring to it. All right? Like you check out the songs by the Temptations, and you see their live concerts. You listen to that music, you're like, wow, you actually hear each distinguishing sound of each instrument, which we know that sound carries vibrations, you know? So oftentimes you can actually play a live concert of a piano, harp, what's another one? Violin, cello. Cello is really good. Listen to those live concerts, and it'll aid in you sleeping. All right? And let's say, the live concerts ain't good to you, then just listen to some form of music, piano music. There's instrumentals for some of these, a lot of these different games. They have soothing instrumentals. A lot of these different TV shows, cartoons, animes, they have soothing music that you can listen to that'll slow down your heart rate and allow you to, calm down. Because within this society, we're constantly moving, constantly working, constantly doing things. When you listen to that music, it slows your heart rate and calms you down and allows you to actually clear your mind and actually sleep. You see? So that's another thing that she can do that'll help her. And another thing that she can do, which more than all these things, she can pray. All right? Let's grab the scriptures. And she said that she prays. We'll keep doing that. All right? So Mark 35 and 17, the prayer. I'm sorry, let me start up at verse wow. This chapter's flames. Wow, we may have to start at the top. Sirach 35 and 1. He that keepeth the law bringeth offerings enough. He that taketh heed to the commandment offereth a peace offering. He that requiteth a good turn, requiteth meaning to pay back. He that requiteth a good turn offereth fine flour. He that giveth alms sacrificeth praise. He that requiteth a good turn offereth fine flour. So you're supposed to pay back good deeds, in other words. Someone do something good to you, particularly someone in the faith, you're supposed to help them out, To depart from wickedness is a thing pleasing to Yahweh Ba'al Yahushai. And that's why one of the brothers, I can't remember who it was, but within the elders' video, they said that, hey, make sure you're examining yourself. Make sure that you're moving right in the spirit. So that's one thing that she can do, examine herself. As it's written, examine yourself whether you be in the faith. See whether there's something that you're doing that may be displeasing to Yahweh Ba'al Yahushai, and splice that thing out. As it is written, if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off. All right? It is better for thou to enter into the kingdom of heaven maimed, rather than for you to not, but enter into destruction. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture. So in other words, if there's something or someone that's holding you back, all right, that can be in your way of receiving salvation, you're supposed to splice that thing out. All right? Cut it out of your life. That way you can make it. To depart from wickedness is a thing pleasing to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, and to forsake unrighteousness is a propitiation, meaning atonement. Thou shalt not appear empty before Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. That goes back to the law. For all these things are to be done because of the commandment. The offering of the righteous maketh the altar fat, and the sweet savor thereof is before the Most High. The sacrifice of a just man is acceptable, and the memorial thereof shall never be forgotten. Give Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai his honor with a good eye, and diminish not the first fruits of thine hands. Right. In all thy gifts show a cheerful countenance, and dedicate thy tithes with gladness. Give unto the Most High according as he hath enriched thee. Basically what this is saying is, don't try to sell the Most High cheap. Like when it comes to tithes, here it is, you got tithes, but meanwhile you're like, man, I really want to save up for this house, or I want to save up for this car. And you know what? I'm supposed to tithe X amount of money, but you know what? I'm gonna give like $5 instead of giving your 10%, trying to sell the Most High short. But meanwhile, he increased you. The Most High blessed you. But then you trying to sell the Most High cheap by not tithing properly. It pisses the Most High off. I believe that's in the book of Micah, or it's Malachi. Give unto the Most High according as he hath enriched thee. There you go. So now you know what that means. The Most High gives you the increase. You're still supposed to give 10% of that increase. And as thou hast gotten, right? Meaning the Most High blessed you with an increase, or the Most High blessed you, period. He gave you a certain amount of substance. Give with a cheerful eye. There you go. So you're supposed to give your tithes properly. And shouldn't be something grievous unto you. Alright? So let's see. It says, for the Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai recompenseth, meaning he'll give it, he'll pay you back. And will give these 7 times as much. So he's going to bless you. So stay on point. Do not think to corrupt with gifts, for such he will not receive. And trust not to unrighteous sacrifices, for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is judge, and with him no respect of persons. He will not accept any person against a poor man, but will hear the prayer of the oppressed. There you go. And she's being oppressed by demons, right? But guess what? The Most High is still hearing our prayers. So keep praying. He will not despise the supplication, meaning the prayer, of the fatherless, so he's hearing your prayer, nor the widow when she poureth out her complaint. Now that applies to the literal fatherless and the literal widow. But in this day and age, it particularly applies to the elect of the nation of Israel. All right? The Lord's hopeful elect, which she is a part of. Do not the tears run down the widow's cheeks? And is not her cry against him that causeth them to fall? He that serveth Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai shall be accepted with favor. And she's serving the Lord to the best of her ability. Right? And his prayer shall reach unto the clouds. That applies to men, and it also applies to women. The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds. There you go. So keep praying with those names. Until it come nigh, he will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. For Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he has smitten in sunder the loins of the unmerciful, that's Esau, and repaid vengeance to the heathen, that's Esau and these other nations. Till he have taken away the multitude of the proud, taken them from where? Out of rulership, and broken the scepter, that's the power, of the unrighteous, that's Esau. Till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, and to the works of men to their devices. Till he have judged the cause of his people, and made them to rejoice in his mercy. Mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction. She's being afflicted now, but the Heavenly Father will show her mercy. Every time she gets attacked by demons and the demon leaves her, that's the Most High showing her mercy. As clouds of rain in the time of drought. Right, and clouds of rain is definitely needed in times of drought. It's a great mercy to get rain during a drought. All right, that's when you know that affliction is is lightening up. So ultimately, we gotta go through these different things. Sirach, the 2nd chapter, the 1st verse kept coming to mind. All right, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. We're going to go through things. That's part of being within this walk, being in this faith. You see? So to the sister, keep praying, keep fasting, keep studying, keep watching these videos, right? And take those different brothers' advice and keep reading. And ultimately, Yahweh Shemel Shai, he ain't going to give you too much than what you can bear. So whatever he has you going through, he knows that you're able to bear it. So don't pray for the adversity to depart, but pray for the strength to endure the adversity. All right? Because as these demons get stronger, guess what? We ourselves are being made stronger. All right? Just like in a video game, you got the main character, he starts off weak, but as you progress in the video game, the bosses, the enemies get harder and harder. But meanwhile, your level is increasing more and more. You see? So there's a balance to this thing. All praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Shemel Shai, Devil honors to my apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.